Hi guys. Today is the first time I'm going to actually drink a beer in years. Wish me luck. That's disgusting. Ugh. There goes all my Muslim Muslim subscribers. What the hell is this? Yeah, so it'll be a silly video today. Aren't they all? Yeah, I know. They're all silly videos. Oh, okay. Are you fucking drinking and driving? I haven't got a seatbelt either. You have to go back to the 70s. Like, I remember in the 70s, people never used to have a seatbelt, remember? And then they introduced the seatbelt for the drivers, then for the passenger, and then for even people in the back. But I remember, I'm sure my dad used to drive without a seatbelt. And then when they introduced the seatbelt, nobody wanted to wear it because it was all uncomfortable. It gets in the way. What happens if I have a crash and I can't take it off? You felt too strapped in. And remember, there was an advert. Remember, clunk, click every trip. And a lot of people, after that rule came in, they still didn't put their seatbelt on, and they were prosecuted by the police. You know, they were in trouble. I think they got fined, or the police would stop you and just tell you to put your seatbelt on. Why have I got this hat on? Because I felt like it. I don't know. There's no reason. I saw it. It looks silly, so I'll wear it. Everything looks silly on me anyway. So I make things look silly. It's me. Everything is an extension of me, so I think it's one of the kids. Well, anyway, what's the video about today, you may ask? Well, I saw the beer, and I had one beer last night, and it knocked me out. So this is actually, it's the second beer that I've had in years. This one here. And I was completely gone. So I thought, wouldn't it be a good video just for me to drink the first-ish beer that I've had in years. And yeah, so you guys join in. Is that the right? My brain has started now. I wonder if my brain will work better or worse. Because with coffee, my brain works better. But I've never tried alcohol. So it's not like, I don't really see this as alcohol. It's it's beer, isn't it? How many percentage is it? 4.8%. It's not like vodka or anything like that. What is vodka? 40% or something like that? No, I wouldn't drink anything like that. Because of fatty liver and acid reflux, or GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, I can't drink. And so I haven't drunk for years or decades. Every once in a while I'll taste a little bit of, a bit of wine, but I'd have lots of acid afterwards. So I wouldn't like to do that. So, yeah. I should do a live. Because I'm not going to drink again after this. So, because of my health, I can't drink. So, okay. So, what should we talk about today? Sometimes I feel I have to be an entertainer and an idiot, and sometimes I talk about more important things. Yeah. So I got a message from Sean Taylor. I think his name is. He's one of my viewers or subscribers, and he said his mum passed away recently, a few days ago. So this is for your mum, Sean. Congratulations for having a wonderful mum, and congratulations for you for being a wonderful son. You know, and I said to him, I sent the message. I think I said, you are like your mother was blessed to have you as a son. You know, and I think he was her full-time carer. So I said, like, rest in peace for your lovely mum. And as a lot of us know, I mean, I'm not the only one, but if you're listening, Sean, I know how you feel. Unfortunately, I do know. You know, looking after dad, not so much looking after dad, and not so much looking after mum. I wasn't my mum or dad's full-time carer. Well, I was, but yeah, I was. But when my dad went into the care home, then COVID came around. I couldn't see him for chunks of time, and then when I did see him, you know, he'd already deteriorated. But that was okay because I still saw him as my dad. I'm not going to see him as anything else. But other people would see the difference. You know, people who hadn't seen him for a long time, relatives would say, "It's no good. It's no good. Something wrong." Yeah. But I saw him always as my dad. He's always my dad because it's understandable that people don't see your dad or your mum, the person, for a long time, and they see the change. And you know, you don't see the change because you're with them every day. You don't see that. It's like children growing up. You don't see the change. You know they've changed, but it's not such a shock. But someone who hasn't seen your kids for a long time, oh, Jero becoming very big now. Like when I was growing up, you know, what? It's the girlfriendy now. Yeah, girlfriendy. Yeah, I used to get that from the Italian relatives or family or friends. Jero, you have the boy, having the girlfriendy now. No, I don't. Why not? You're a bigger boy now. My dad used to say something weird, like, because I didn't have a girlfriend. They always said, no, I don't have a girlfriend. No, he hasn't got a girlfriend. And he used to say, it must be some kind of saying in Sicilian. My son's girlfriend hasn't been born yet. I was thinking that sounds like a like pervert or pedo. Like the age of 20, my son's girlfriend hasn't been born yet. Fucking hell! Like in your 20s, saying that, your dad's saying that about you. My son's girlfriend hasn't been born yet. Like, you know, so you have to, like, should be the age of like 35. She's 10, so you have to find the like your girlfriend would be of age when she's not, like when you're 45. Yeah, so it ties into my. I think maybe I've got this way of thinking because I was brainwashed by my dad and his like the traditions, maybe in Sicily. Like I was in my 20s and I was quite shy. I didn't have a girlfriend, and I couldn't relate to the girls in my age bracket or age range. You know, because they all wanted to go outside or wanted to go out, and I just wanted to stay at home. I was shy, and so you've lost all those girls. You can't because you're weird. And then, like, so in my 20s, like early 20s, mid 20s, I think the people used to come to the house, like friends. Well, Jerry, you having a girlfriend in now? They're probably thinking, is he maybe gay? It's like a man. You know, not saying it though. So my dad would say, Oh, my son's girlfriend hasn't been born yet. So that must have stuck in my subconscious. And then I'm like calculating. No, I'm not good at maths, but um, like if I'm 25 and my girlfriend hasn't been born yet, say she's born now, like when I'm 50, she's 25. So I must have had this like drilled into me as a young kid. Okay, when I'm 50, I can have a 25-year-old woman. That's normal, right? But then fast forward 25 years, and you say this, you're a fucking pervert. You get women in their 40s, 50s, you fucking pervert. You would have thought the times had changed, right? Like at the age of 50, you can have a 30-year-old woman. No, you can't. That's just reserved to for chads and rich men. This thing is making me cough. Let me put this. Don't tell me you're fucking driving. You can't drink and drive. I'm on my own fucking property. I'm not driving anywhere. Just driving up the. Oh shit. Fuel level low. I can't go anywhere. Anyway. And I'm not. I don't need a seatbelt if I'm driving on my own land. I'm just going on the grass. Yeah. So going back to, I think Sean Taylor, his name is. Yeah, I feel really sorry, but I understand that feeling. You know, when my dad passed away, it was the worst feeling in my life. The worst. I thought my mum's passing was bad. When my dad passed away, in a way, you feel that person's suffering is over. And that's the first thing I said when my dad passed away. I was crying and I was saying his suffering is over. Your suffering is over. But I really hated that. Hate is a strong word, but the B word also is a strong word, but it's reserved for people like that woman. She was the head carer. I didn't like her. When my dad passed away, and I was just distraught. I was shocked. And she saw that my dad passed away. And basically, I was like hugging onto him. I was crying. I was saying, Ba, come on. I was trying to make him wake up, you know. And the kind of shit that came out of her mouth, this stupid Filipino woman, stupid woman, no fucking heart, nothing. She goes, afterwards, like the day after, she said, I don't understand why you like reacted that way. All the people here, the English, they don't react this way. I found it very strange. Like if I was a woman, I would have fucking knocked her out. I would have punched her into her next fucking life. Dumb idiot woman. Like she's supposed to be a carer. What? She has no fucking caring bone in her body. A carer. Like head carer as well. Like when my dad passed away, I like 30, not even 30 minutes, I was crying and I got up and I felt weak as a kitten. I went to her and I said, oh, I had to talk to her about something. And I saw her in a room in the office. She said, oh, come in. And she had a bag, lots of files. She held it up and then she dropped it. She said, ah, thank God that day is over. And she's smiling at me. My dad's just passed away. And she said, ah, thank God the day's over. Piece of shit. Just a piece of shit. That's what I think she is. Before my dad passed away, he was passing away. It was like just before, you know, it's called end of life. I don't understand what this. Obviously, I understand end of life. It doesn't sound very good. The person's going to pass away. But I went to see my dad as usual, and then as I was leaving, she opened the door to the entrance. She said, "Oh, Mr. Fiore, I just want to say to you, Your father is an end of life now, okay? Okay. I said, okay. And then I left, driving back home. I was thinking, well, obviously it doesn't sound good. What does that end of life mean? Is it some kind of program or some... It wasn't fucking explained to me that he's dying. I knew, but I didn't know. I was not 100% sure what this was. And the way she just said it, it's your father, it's end of life. Okay, like that. It's like she was saying, yeah, we just I don't know, we just clean your dad's room and it'll be clean tomorrow. Okay. It's just like matter of fact. Just this is the same like Filipino woman, this Filipina carer. So within these 3 days before he passed away, the family came and saw him and said their goodbyes. And she was in the room one day when there was no family. She goes, I want to go to Italy. And what is it like in like Rome? She was gathering information for her fucking trip. For her trip when she goes to Italy. What a piece of shit. Like, my dad's dying. And she wanted to know some information. It's like a fucking talking to a butcher. You know, a vegan talking to a butcher. You know? And her husband, he was one skinhead, one shaved head guy. When my dad passed away, I was crying. I was on his chest and crying. You know, I was so distraught. And the guy was hoovering outside. And then the door opened or whatever. He said, be strong, man, be strong. And I thought, who the fuck are you? Be strong, be strong. Go fuck yourself, be strong. I couldn't talk. I was crying with my dad there, so I couldn't think any evil thoughts like that. I was just sad about my dad, okay? But afterwards I thought that. And he just walked away in the corridor, whistling, la 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 la. Fucking motherfucker. Like, no fucking, what kind of fucking respect do you have? My dad has just died. He's just outside the corridor, la 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 la. Be strong, man. Be strong. Be strong. Yeah. It's their stupid way of trying to give advice. Yeah. Give advice to your own people. Go to the Philippines and do that. I don't know what the fuck they do in the Philippines. You know, you see these videos of these nice Philippine young women. Do you know anything about their fucking culture? Like when they die, when the people die, apparently, people have fucking, they keep the person in the house and people come and visit. Okay, alright, the dead body. Some people even have fucking selfies. They have selfies with the dead body. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that all about? What do you do? Like, you put the thing away and with granddad there. That's fucking crazy. Like, you know that saying, you know, they're not our sort. They're not fucking my sort. I wouldn't do that. That's fucking disrespectful. Yeah, anyway. So he's actually doing it. He's driving without a fucking seatbelt. Bastard. Looks nice and sunny. Yeah, so I know what it's like to lose your parent, and the days afterwards are hell. As I said before, that after 4 days, I felt the S word, you know, self-deletion. And I was just around the corner there. I was hugging a tree, and I lay down on the haystack, and yeah, I just remembered my dad when he was younger, and I was a child, and my dad used to come back home, and he used to say, no, I used to run to the door because my parents were looking after a child, Cecilia, her name was, and she used to say, Daddy has come back. I used to run and said, Papa es mío. Daddy is mine. Daddy is mine. So I used to like I used to sprint to the door in front of her, buy a meal, and Daddy is mine. And so, like, when I was crying, I was hugging onto the tree. I just remember, and I was just sitting down on the haystack, just crying and saying, "Bye a meal, bye meal. My Daddy is mine." And just I had an overwhelming feeling of the S feeling. It wasn't a thought of any visuals, nothing. It was just something like drawing me in, and it was horrible. It was horrible. The thing that saved me, I think, is because I'm a chicken. But I had a horrible vibe. Really, it's no thought. There's no visual images. It was I don't know. I don't know. It was that. It was that though, and it was like drawing me in. I had no control almost. That was bloody horrible. Yeah, a mixture of like craziness, grief, sadness, real sadness for my dad. And I just lost my last parent, and I'm the only one out of my family left on this planet. And you think that your memories are just yours. You can't, before you had shared memories with your mother and father when you were growing up, when you fell over, you hurt your knee, when you had your first girlfriend, you had your first doggy, you had when they went to social gatherings, you went with them, you had picnics, you shared these memories, and then your mother goes. My mother left, passed away, and it was just me and my dad, but we could still recall memories. But now my father's gone. I'm the only one with these memories of my mom and dad, of us as a family. I'm the only one. So you're an orphan. You're just like an orphan. You're like my son, my daughter, my wife. They can't relate to me. They don't know what happened like before I met my wife. She doesn't know as a child. I've got like a cousin of mine, which I love. He's a great guy. I love him as my almost like a brother. He's the only one, and some relatives, that we have some shared memories, and I really should try and make contact with them again, because it's about 3 years now. I stopped having contact with anyone since my dad passed away, because I just wanted peace. Yeah, so Sean, I know what it's like. So cheers to your mum, your lovely mum. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say. I'll probably say something stupid, and I don't mean it. So that's why I didn't drink any more of this, because I might say something silly. But this is for your mum. Rest in peace, and I hope you find some peace as well, and happiness. And you seem like a young guy anyway. You don't seem like my age, 58. So I'm not sure if you have a girlfriend or anything, but try and cling on to your girlfriend or your family, something, your dogs, something, someone, or to yourself. Your job. Just do your job, and it will pass. I know it's a shitty situation now, mentally, emotionally. Your heart feels like it's probably broken into many pieces, but it will come back together. Maybe scarred, maybe all sewed up and patched up. It won't be the same. It'll never be the same. I sometimes get flashbacks of my mum, and that was 2003. It's 22 years ago. And that's how it should be, because you can't forget your mum, you can't forget your dad. And the grief you have for your mum and dad shows the love that you had for them. So it's a good thing that you grieve. that time does heal, but every once in a while I do remember them and I cry again. I bawl, I cry, and that's because you loved that person, so much, and that person, was taken away from you, and you're not going to see them again. So keep sending comments, and I won't fucking reply to them. But here you have like a little community. I'm useless, but there are people here who can maybe know what you're going through, and like give you some advice or guidance or whatever. Yeah, so this is a video for Sean, and about him losing his mum. I really can't say anything because I haven't coped with it well myself. So it'll be like the blind leading the blind. Maybe you can tell me, you can cope with it better than me, and then you can tell me how to cope with it. I think I've been quite different to other people because my parents were like carers for me. And so even my dad said, once he said, son, when I close my eyes, you're going to be fucked. What he meant was he tried to get me to get married. He wanted me to get married and to be stable, have children, have any shitty job. He said, even become a cleaner. It doesn't matter. Just do a job where you can pay your taxes, pay for your national insurance contributions, and then have a pension. Even if you don't have a pension, you have the house, son, and you can have a little business. You can rent the rooms, and you're set up for life. When you get older, you'll have a pension, even if you don't have a pension, if you don't pay enough for the stamps. So my parents tried to set me up because they loved me. They wanted to set me up for not to fail, and they knew I had problems, so they worked really hard for me. They'd leave everything for me, at least a house, assets. But now they didn't factor in that the wife that I got married to was going to divorce me and take half of everything. So it leaves me with a small house that I can't really rent. I can't share with anyone else because I'll be left with a house, a 2-bedroom house, let's say, 6 dogs. Who's going to rent that house? 1 bedroom. So I'm going to have to be more self-sufficient, as they say, and not consume so much. Electricity, I'm going to have to get some of those solar panels put in, maybe live in a place where I've got wood where I can burn for fuel. And you still need central heating in a house, otherwise you'll end up with mold in the winter. So you still have to heat the house in the winter, otherwise you'll end up with serious health challenges. So anyway, Sean, yeah. Sorry, I've always got this. Not very respectful, is it? I forgot that earlier on. Yeah, this is a video for you, Sean. I know what it's like, and yeah. Has anyone had a problem with bloody carers? Most carers are okay, but she was a head carer. Sometimes I see her in the supermarket, and she knows she recognizes me, and she wants to smile, but I just avoid her and I walk away. I think you fucking smile at me. No fucking way. I wanted to complain about her to the care home. The way she treated us was horrible. Her lack of compassion, her lack of caring just wasn't there. Just wasn't there. Maybe it's a problem with language. You know, like after my dad passed away, just after he passed away, about 20 minutes or whatever, I went to the office to see her, and she went, maybe it was even less than that, because I said, uh, I had to speak to her about something. She got this pile, she dropped it, she said, thank God that day is over, with a smile. She also, I think, because my daughter must have mentioned something. My daughter in London must have told her, if anything happens, my granddad passes away. Maybe she. I'm not just saying this, to contact me immediately. So when my dad passed away, I was crying. I was still on his body. She said, "Oh, Mr. Fiore, sorry to disturb you, but I tried to contact your daughter, but the number is wrong. Could you tell me the number?" I'm thinking, I am mourning my dad. I am the next of kin. I said to her, I didn't say that. I said, I'll contact her. Don't worry. And she was like, she was saying, like, yes, but she asked me to. I have to contact her. Huh? Who the hell is my daughter? I'm looking after my dad's. I'm crying here. My dad's just passed away. I was paying more than £1,000 a week for my dad. Who is my daughter? Did she pay any money? No. It's like, it's weird. And so she said to my wife, I need to contact his daughter, because I promised her that, or something like that. It's as if like she felt pressure that she had to contact my daughter in London. So my daughter in London must have said something like, please let me know if my granddad passes away. I thought that was really suspicious, you know? Anyway, sorry guys, I better go. No more battery. And hope you guys have a nice day. And Sean, yeah, just keep in contact, and the feeling will pass. But yeah, rest in peace for your lovely mum. That's all I have to say.